Hi and welcome to this Autoemotional presentation for the unmistakable, uber popular Nissan Pathfinder. As you can see, this particular vehicle is presented in a bit of a different color. It's not the trademark white that you tend to see everywhere here in the UAE, popular color, but this particular hue, being a metallic Bordeaux, really does accentuate all the lines of the vehicle. This particular car is a 2010 4-litre LE version, so it is fully loaded from the agency, from the factory direct, no aftermarket trinkets and bits and bobs. This is a genuine family vehicle, one previous keeper with full Nissan service history. The current mileage is around 133,000 kilometers, and the last service was done just 3,000 kilometers ago at 130. As you can see, it's got a nice set of alloy wheels with cracking set of tires on there as well. It's a bit hard to pick out the tread here on the camera, but suffice to say that it's got plenty of tread left all over. You've got those chrome wing mirror covers there, the all-important roof rails if you do want to lug extra luggage. But this particular car, although is a genuine 7-seater vehicle, you can fold the last row, the 6th and the 7th seat, as well as the 3rd, 4th and 5th, the middle set of seats down as well, and you have got a huge load capacity. Very rarely will you see these cars actually utilizing their roof rails, because once you open that split folding rear tailgate, you actually get such a huge load capacity. It just swallows up absolutely everything that you can possibly throw at it. As you can see, the bodywork's in brilliant condition. Not really anything to mention. There is just maybe a very slight mark here on the rear fender. Again, a trivial affair, as you can imagine, going to happen in any car park here in Dubai. But this particular vehicle, being a family car from a British expat owner, only selling because he's leaving the country, you know that having the family in the vehicle is all important, and the car has to be super reliable. So all services have been completed absolutely exactly as you'd expect them to be. From any angle then you can tell that this is a vehicle that really has been cherished and is a very high spec car. Starting in the middle of the vehicle for a change, you can see that, of course, being an LE, it's got the full leather trim, brilliant condition. That Nissan toolkit, first aid kit in the rear as well. You've got the quality stickers in the back letting you know that a true family vehicle. So, but not abused, always kept clean in typical British fashion. All the services have been done and maintained only from a main dealer. Rear AC. Now the AC on these cars are particularly powerful. Everyone knows that. The Nissan Pathfinder, especially being the 4-litre version, really does put out that cold air, and you only have it on notch 1 or 2 when it goes all the way up to 10. It really is that good. The leather is again in very good condition. Lots of options with the seats, folding armrests and cubby holes throughout the vehicle. Nice pocket tray, so whenever a family is traveling, they're always going to be able to stow away their little bits and bobs. Seats fold down, just a flick of the little switch there. Again, the whole vehicle's in such good condition, and of course, being a family vehicle and being a Nissan, SRS airbags throughout, so you know that if you do put any young ones in here, they're really going to be taken care of. Rear glass demister, wash wiper, split folding tailgate, so you can open just the glass as well. You've also got the reversing camera, which will demonstrate fully working. Tailgate opens up nice and wide with a low load area, so if you do have heavy goods, you can load them up pretty easily. You want to whack up those 6th and 7th seats, it's just a matter of giving a tug on the nylon cord there and they just click into place. Again, as you can see, in very good condition. You've also got that flip down DVD monitor in the middle there. We'll have a check on that to see whether it's all operational for you as well. Again, the mogwood and the brushed aluminium style inserts throughout the vehicle. Nice luxurious touches, roomy, and just such a nice serene drive on those big oversized wheels. You know that you're getting into something that really does have a bit of power behind it. There are in fact 2 keys with the vehicle, and once the vehicle knows that you have the key on your person, all you actually have to do is simply keep your foot on the brake and just turn the key over, and as you can see, all the lights come on and go out exactly as you would expect on a vehicle that's been so well maintained. Now what we're going to do straight away is put the AC on, because it's rather hot outside and we do need that 4-litre Pathfinder AC to kick in and keep us cool while we're presenting this video to you, so we can go through all of the lovely luxurious appointments that you do have in this vehicle. Automatic front glass on both the driver and the passenger side. Now we're not going to drop the glass completely, because obviously we've just had the car valeted and we don't want watermarks on the glass, but suffice to say that all electrics of course work. That gives you an indication that there's a nice light bit of tinting on the vehicle there, and of course you can cut the power to the rear glass, so if you do have the little ones in the back, they're not going to annoy you with the glass going up and down. You can also lock the doors centrally off the toggle switch there. As you can see, it's just pivoting the little chrome locking switch. Electric mirrors, that being the drivers, switch it across, and that is the passengers. Everything just works as you'd expect it to. It's a Nissan at the end of the day. The build quality is sublime. It's a GCC spec car with 1 previous keeper and comprehensive Nissan service history, so it just ticks absolutely all the boxes. Even the light stalk is just so big and robust. You know, it's made for this climate, for this desert atmosphere within which we live, so it keeps you cool. It drives as you would expect it to without any flaws. The GCC spec cars of course have thicker paint, bigger radiators, and a more efficient cooling system. That's something that's very, very important when you're purchasing a vehicle to be driving around in these hot summer months here in the UAE. As you can see, that 4-litre engine absolutely doesn't break a sweat. Free revving engine. If I put my foot down, you can see the thing absolutely just climbs up the rev range without any hesitation whatsoever. The car's just gone to 133 clicks and its last service was done at 130, so it really has been maintained up until the last moment. A family vehicle, British expat as mentioned previously, and the only reason for sale is the gentleman, a friend of mine, is in fact leaving the country, so sad to see him go, but his loss is genuinely someone else's gain. Not being able to part with this vehicle very easily, but that's the way it goes. Lovely spec. He did get the higher spec. You've got all the toggle controls for the steering, for the stereo on the steering controller as well, volume, go through all the modes as well, and there's a fair few here as on this BOSE system, by the way. Again, another choice upgrade selected by my colleague. Fantastic audio. Of course, we don't want to infringe any copyrights here on Autoemotional, so we don't play any audio tracks, but suffice to say that the sound system on this car is very, very impressive actually. More so than I'd imagined on a Nissan Pathfinder, but that's BOSE for you, and it's one of the best marks out there, of course. So you can control everything off the steering column. As well as that, you've got a comprehensive range of buttons there as well. You've also got the touchscreen Sat Nav on these particular cars as well. As you can see, just kicking up the map there. Now, it's a full touchscreen system, but a very brief synopsis because there is just way too many options to go through. You've got display, brightness, contrast, background color. You can enter your destination directly from your address book or points of interest. Go to the map itself, very simple to just move out, and again all touchscreen as you can see there. Zoom in, you've got your main nav menu, setting up your guidance settings and preferences, status of the vehicle as well, letting you know that the AC here, as demonstrated, you can see it's individual for the driver and for the passenger. So as I toggle that switch around, all it's going to do is adjust it for the driver's side there, and the passenger can have their own independent controls. You've also got the headphone jack, because in this particular car what you'll see under the armrest is you've also got a DVD player with headphones, two of which, so in case you do have passengers who want to enjoy the DVD movie while you just want to cruise on down and listen to the sound of that 4-litre engine just humming along, then you've got that option as well. This really is a comprehensively fully loaded vehicle. Radio, and you've also got the auxiliary input there as well, very important if you have your music on your phone. But it's just got so many gadgets and gizmos, very intuitive buttons, voice, back, letting you know that this is a vehicle that you can get in, jump in, just turn up the volume, crank on with lots of things, including all your numbered CDs there as well. It's very self-explanatory, very ergonomic. Everything falls to hand. Scan, repeat, seek, track, you know, these things don't need explanations, but everything's there. It's just a vehicle that you can get in and cruise along. That 4-litre engine, of course, driving through that beautiful Nissan gearbox, so strong, so sublime, never going to give you any problems. You've also, of course, got the 2-wheel drive and the 4-wheel drive options on this vehicle, and you've also got the heated seats, very handy in the colder months here in the UAE. And one thing that we're absolutely not going to have time to go through is this. What you're seeing before you is bills upon bills upon bills upon bills, receipts. This is comprehensive service history from Nissan. Believe me when I tell you there's about 100 or so plus sheets in here. As well as that, you've even got the remote control for your DVD system, your main screen. It's a video in itself, just going through all the paperwork, user manuals, but everything is Nissan. And the last service, as mentioned, only 3,000 kilometers ago. This is a vehicle that's going to make its next owner incredibly happy. You've also got the electrochromatic mirror there. You'll see the on-off switch, and that also turns on and off the compass that's built into the rear view mirror. You've got a glass sunroof, of course, fully operational. Like I mentioned before, it's fully valeted, so we don't want any water stains for any potential viewers. But this is a 2010 Nissan Pathfinder 4-litre LE. It is absolutely top of the range with a host of ancillary equipment, including the BOSE system and the touchscreen Sat Nav, all factory fitted. As you'd imagine, cruise control, power steering, SRS airbags throughout. Full service history and driving in immaculate condition. British expat owned and going to a very lucky new owner. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for watching this presentation by Autoemotional.